It's recording now though, so when you feel like it, just start talking. Hold on a sec. That door's shut, so yeah.
Okay. The I'm sure I hand up again. But yeah, well, some of the things that I'll be talking about in the next couple of minutes is binoculars. And when you look through binoculars, something happens. It takes a long time to get the focus right for some people, and so you've got a particular way of seeing the images that come to you. They come in glimpses, and it has to do with the light and the angle of the binocular. And friend Emma, she writes this beautiful way. She talks about binoculars in this piece of writing that she has produced, about how when you look through binoculars you're looking at your own past. It's as if you're seeing memories that have happened to you, and I absolutely know what it is that she means. There's something very peculiar about the images that you see through binoculars, partly because all of these things have to be aligned just right, and even then it takes an awful lot of concentration to keep your eye and your hand steady, and for you to really focus on the thing that you're looking at. And when you look at birds through binoculars, that feeling is emphasized more because the birds are often moving fast, dashing around and moving fast. And so then you see just the briefest snippet of a bird, black on the white sky, and you start to see it as if it's a stamp on a page, and through the shapes you can start to ascertain the kind of bird it is, maybe from the shape of the beak or the shape of the wings. But a lot of it really has to do with your own memory and even your own imagination. You're perceiving what you're seeing in a different way when you're looking at things through binoculars. And I really love that. I've always really loved that a lot. And I remember seeing trees through binoculars, snow-covered trees, and then horses. And once, a long time ago, I was on a boat in the summer, and I was given a pair of binoculars to look at an island nearby. It must have only been maybe 1,000 meters away from us. And it was a calm sea and a beautiful summer's day, and it took me a long time to see these creatures on the beach of the island. And like I say, the light has to be just so. And I saw little snitches or snippets of these birds. They were huge birds, absolutely enormous birds, the size of emus, but they weren't emus. And for a moment I thought that I was the first person ever to see these particular birds. It really felt like that. It was an island that it wasn't it wasn't habitable by humans. It was a very small island. It was an island only for wildlife, really, and it was quite far away from the any kind of buildings or anything like that. And it was part of this boat journey that I was taking. And yeah, like I say, for a moment I felt this rush, seeing an animal that I just could not categorize. I couldn't recognize it at all. I knew that it was some kind of bird, but their legs, it actually looked like, it sounds a bit odd, but it looked like it had women's legs. Very thick, but shapely, very human legs, essentially, on this strange kind of emu-like body, and then the neck of an emu as well. Very odd, very peculiar, and only because I was watching it through binoculars, watching these birds through binoculars. Yeah, that was good. And often I like to bring binoculars out and look at the sea, and also look at crowds through binoculars as well. That's very good. That's very interesting. When you see people moving around, when you're kind of positioned on high. I remember actually coming to the South Bank, the Royal Festival Hall, in fact, and looking out the window and watching crowds of people. And I got there early, and I was meeting a friend, and I got there early, and it sounds a little bit stalkerish this, but I got there and I was looking at this person for ages, waiting to meet me. And then I phoned them up on their mobile, and they answered the mobile, and I was behind them watching them answer the mobile, not the film. That was Neil, actually. I did that with. Yeah, it was good, and I was kind of describing. I was saying, yeah, I'm here. I'm wearing the red, because he was standing next to this woman in a red coat. I said, I don't know why you're ignoring me. I'm just standing right next to you. I'm the woman in the red coat. I've changed appearance since you saw me last. He was really confused. For a few seconds. And then he realised and started looking around. So that's a fun thing to do with binoculars. Confuse your friends in something which is probably illegal in terms of privacy laws. It's probably gone over the line of what's acceptable.